So, welcome to our fast track to your first $1,000 game plan training. At this point in time, you've already seen our presentation. You have come to understand what a great company Janess is, what great products we have, how excellent this compensation plan is, and how the company achieved an industry record breaking milestone by doing $1 billion in 2015. That was just our 6th year, and no company in the history of our industry has ever been able to achieve that. What's also really great about that is that because of the way Janess is set up, half of that gets paid out to people just like us. So obviously a lot of people made some great money. So let's talk about you. How would you like to start earning money with Janess? Would you like to start earning money slow, or would you like to start earning money fast? Okay, so you said fast. Great. I'm going to train this plan, the fast track to your first $1,000. I'm going to train this from the perspective of the ambassador pack, because that really is the best way to get started. Okay, so this is you. And let's say you got started with your ambassador pack. Okay, what's our first job? Well, our first job is to help you become what's called an executive. What does that mean? It means that you have enrolled your first 2 business partners. So let's say that those first 2 business partners are Joe and Mary, and they get started with ambassador packs also. Why? Because people tend to do what you do. So that's another great reason for you to do an ambassador pack. Now, Joe and Mary are also really smart, and I'll tell you why. Because they're taking the top 2 spots in your organization, the first 2 spots, which means that they get to now override the productivity of the rest of the people that you bring in as they show up. Now, because you enroll Joe and Mary, guess what? You're an executive, and you earn a one-time $200 customer acquisition bonus because of the products that they purchased in their ambassador pack. And that's a $200 bonus on each ambassador pack. So that's $400 right there. Now, you're also going to get 500 CV or 500 points for each of those ambassador packs. Okay, so now you're an executive. You've earned some money. What do you think our next job is? Let's help Joe and Mary do what you just did. Let's help them become executives by enrolling their first 2 people. So Joe enrolls Sue and Bob. Mary enrolls Dan and Jill. And let's say they all do ambassador packs. Why? Because you started the trend. Now, this time, Joe earns the $200 acquisition bonus on the ambassador packs from Sue and Bob, and Mary earns the $200 customer acquisition bonuses on Dan and Jill. They earn just like you did, because it works the same for them as it does for you and it does for me. Okay, and of course, both of them, Joe and Mary, are now executives. So what do you think we do next? That's right. It's time to help you enroll 2 more people. So this time you enroll Jen and Terry. And of course, they both start with ambassador packs, again, because people tend to do what you do. Now, just like when you enroll Joe and Mary, you're going to earn a $200 customer acquisition bonus on each one. Now, what do? Let's help Jen and Terry become executives. So Jen enrolls Mike and Rob. Terry enrolls Diane and Tina, and the ambassador pack trend continues. Jen's going to earn $400 in customer acquisition bonuses. So does Terry, and both of them become executives. Now, let's call that your first day. It could be your first week. It could also be your first month. It all depends on you and how much time you can devote to your business, and also how serious you are about laying the foundation for your success and launching your business and getting off to a fast start. Okay, so again, this could be your first day, this could be your first week, this could be your first month. But let's review what happened. Okay, each of those ambassador packs is worth 500 points. So what does that mean? It means you've got 3,000 points now on your left team and 3,000 points on your right team, right? Because you've got 6 people on each side. Okay. Now, every time you have 300 points on one side and 600 points on the other, Janess calls that a cycle and pays you a $35 team commission. Well, how many times can you cycle on this volume? Well, 600 goes into 3,000 5 times. So that means that the system will take 3,000 points from your right side, 600 times 5, and 1,500 points from your left side, or 300 times 5. And that means that since you don't have any points left to cycle, any more points left to cycle with on the right, you're going to end up with 1,500 points left over on the left. What happens to those points? As soon as you start to generate some more points on the right, you'll cycle against those two and you'll earn even more money, okay? So what is the tally? Well, you sponsored 4 people who came in with ambassador packs, so you earned $200 times 4, which is $800 in customer acquisition bonuses. You also cycled 5 times on the volume from the packs. So you earned $35 times 5, which is $175 in team commissions, okay? And so that's $975 in total so far. But since we know that everybody's not going to join the team, what do we do with the ones who say no? Well, we sell them products, right? We turn them into customers. So let's suppose you have 3 to 5 product sales, which is $100, let's say roughly $100 in retail commissions. Altogether now you've earned $1,075, which means that you made your money back on your ambassador pack, and essentially you are now in business for free, okay? But there's more to that, because since you personally sponsored 4 people who became executives, Joe, Mary, Jen, and Terry, guess what? You are no longer an executive. You are promoted to Jade. And as a Jade, guess what? You're going to now earn from this point forward a 20% leadership matching bonus on the team commissions earned by everybody that you sponsor, including Joe, Jen, Mary, and Terry. Isn't that fantastic? So now, let's say that this was your first month. You've got 12 people on your team now. What kind of success do you think you can have in month 2? Or what if this was your first week? What kind of success could you have going into week 2 with 12 people on your team already? What if this was your first day? What could happen the rest of your first month now that you're going into day 2 with 12 people on your team? This is how we create leverage distribution and residual income. And this is why the truly wealthy are wealthy. So does this make sense? Great. Then let's go ahead and get you started.